In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on July 11th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Guardians versus Chicago White Sox, Game 1. The Cleveland Guardians are scheduled to face the Chicago White Sox in an American League Central matchup on Sunday afternoon, which is the second contest of a 4-game series. After Thursday's game between the Guardians and the White Sox was postponed due to weather, a doubleheader is now set for Friday. Logan Allen gets the start for Cleveland in the first game. While he might not be the most dominant pitcher, Allen has been in solid form recently and is stepping into a favorable situation. As a left-hander, he holds an advantage against a Chicago lineup that has consistently struggled against southpaws this year. Shane Smith started the season impressively for the White Sox, pitching to a 2.23 earned run average in April and a 3.28 earned run average in May. His performance has declined sharply since then, and he has allowed 5 or more earned runs in each of his last 4 starts. Smith has managed to limit home runs, but his inconsistent command and low strikeout numbers mean he has to be nearly perfect with his pitch execution to be successful. Cleveland gained some much-needed momentum by sweeping Houston earlier in the week, and they'll need to carry that success into this series to get back into the race for the American League Central title. The Guardians have a road record of 23-25, while the White Sox are 20-26 at home. With Smith's recent difficulties on the mound for Chicago, the advantage in Game 1 seems to lie with Cleveland. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. Both ball clubs have found it difficult to produce with runners in scoring position. The Guardians rank 21st in the league with a .712 team OPS in those key at-bats, while the White Sox are last in baseball with a .618 OPS. Over the past month, both offenses have been sluggish. Cleveland is scoring just 3.16 runs over its last 25 games, and Chicago is averaging only 3.12 runs across its previous 26 contests. In their 3 matchups this season, the total has gone under twice. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus New York Yankees. The MLB action continues on Friday night with a marquee clash between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees seem to have the edge on the mound with Carlos Rodon starting, but he hasn't been at his best lately. Over his last 2 outings, spanning 10 innings, the left-hander has a high 7.2 earned run average. That could be a problem against a potent Chicago lineup that leads the league by putting up 5.38 runs per contest. The Yankees themselves haven't been playing their best baseball, with a 4-6 record over their last 10 games. On the other side, the Cubs will send out Chris Flexen, who has been lights out this year, boasting a remarkable 0.83 earned run average and 0.86 WHIP across 32.2 innings pitched. When you also consider that Chicago's recent team earned run average is significantly better than New York's, taking the Cubs at +158 odds looks too good to ignore. Chicago is rightly the underdog, but those odds seem overly generous, presenting some real value. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. Expect a high-scoring game, as this matchup features 2 of baseball's most productive offenses. The Cubs sit near the top of the MLB in scoring, and the Yankees are not far behind. Looking at more recent performance, the Yankees' offense has been particularly effective over the past week, while the Cubs have also been strong. Even though Chris Flexen has been outstanding for Chicago this season, he has historically struggled against the Yankees' hitters. New York's current lineup has hit him hard, with a combined batting line of .364, .451, and .614 in 44 plate appearances. With both teams swinging hot bats, a final score of 5-4 feels like the lowest we can expect. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Baltimore Orioles. The Miami Marlins and Baltimore Orioles are set to face off in MLB action this Friday at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The Baltimore Orioles are in a difficult spot as they have to play this game against Edward Cabrera just one day after a doubleheader with the New York Mets. Cabrera has been a reliable source of quality innings for the Marlins lately. Over his last 11 starts, he has thrown 59.2 innings with an impressive 2.11 earned run average. The 27-year-old righty appears to have finally mastered his control, giving up only one walk in his last 2 games combined, which covered 14 innings against the Brewers and Twins. While Baltimore has generally hit right-handed pitchers better than left-handers this season, Cabrera is expected to continue his strong pitching in this matchup. Dean Kremer will be on the mound for the Orioles, and he's not a pitcher I'm eager to support. In his most recent start, he was pulled after just 4.1 innings, having allowed 5 earned runs to the Braves. His tendency for a low strikeout rate doesn't seem like a good formula for success against this Marlins team. Miami's lineup features several young hitters who are beginning to hit their stride in the big leagues, and they should be able to generate enough offense to back Cabrera. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. At home, however, Dean Kremer has been a major contributor to the Orioles' success. He is the main reason to expect a low-scoring game on Friday. His home-earned run average is a stellar 2.37, which should be enough to contain a Miami lineup that ranks 19th in runs scored. The Orioles' offense has also struggled against National League teams, hitting just .229. With 2 teams near the bottom of their divisions, runs will likely be at a premium. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus Boston Red Sox. On Friday, the Tampa Bay Rays are set to face off against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. The Red Sox are coming into this game as the hottest squad in the AL East, on a 7-game winning streak and victorious in 9 of their past 10 outings. They're aiming to maintain that energy in Game 2 versus their division foes, the Tampa Bay Rays. Boston's starter tonight is Hunter Dobbins, who brings a 4-1 record and a 4.10 earned run average into the matchup. Tampa Bay is sending Drew Rasmussen to the hill, sitting at 7-5 with a 2.82 earned run average. This stretch marks the peak performance from the Red Sox bats so far this year. In their most recent 13 games, they've been putting up an average of 7.7 runs each time out, along with a solid .938 OPS, while the Rays have managed just 4.6 runs per game across their last 14, paired with a .764 OPS. Both starting pitchers don't usually last deep into games, and a quick glance at the bullpens shows they're pretty even. Boston's relievers have a 3.54 earned run average, and Tampa Bay's crew is at 3.92. Dobbins performs way better on his home turf with a 3.22 earned run average, and that could tip the scales here. The teams match up closely when it comes to hitting, but it'll boil down to who throws better, and Dobbins seems right at home in Fenway. Expect Boston to keep pushing forward and close the gap a bit more in the American League East standings. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Digging into the last 7 appearances for these arms, they've been solid at keeping runs down. Hunter Dobbins stands at 2-0 with a 4.26 earned run average and a 1.23 WAHIP over 31.2 innings in 5 starts, while Drew Rasmussen is 3-1 with a 3.73 earned run average and a 1.15 WAHIP across 31.1 innings in 7 starts. The bullpens overall this year have shown they can shut things down late, with the Rays ranking 15th league-wide at a 3.86 reliever earned run average and the Red Sox sitting 8th with a 3.57 mark. The under has cashed in 3 of the past 4 contests. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Detroit Tigers. On Friday, the Seattle Mariners are heading to Comerica Park to take on the Detroit Tigers. Seattle's stumbling into this game fresh off a tough stretch against the Yankees in New York, where things really unraveled for them in the 3rd game of the series. They've got a 23-24 record away from home this season, nothing to write home about, while the Tigers have been dominant on their own turf with a 32-15 mark. Detroit's sitting pretty as one of the top squads in the league right now, and they're throwing Tarek Skubal, who's who's been lights out and arguably the best arm in baseball all year. On the flip side, the Mariners are countering with Luis Castillo, who's been stingy lately, giving up just 1 earned run over his past 13 innings on the mound. All in all, this lines up to be a solid duel between 2 strong starters. Castillo's put together a reliable year so far, posting a 3.31 earned run average and a 1.22 WHIP, which means he keeps his team in the mix every time he toes the rubber. That said, the Mariners have looked shaky over the last few days, and Castillo's performance takes a hit when he's pitching on the road. He's got a 4.67 earned run average in those spots, and opponents are hitting .302 against him. Meanwhile, Scooball's been untouchable with a 2.02 earned run average and a 0.81 WHIP overall, and the Tigers haven't lost in his last 6 outings. At home, he's even tougher with a 2.06 earned run average over 65.2 innings and holding batters to a measly .197 average. No way I'm betting against Detroit here. They've got the edge in this one. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. Looking back at the last 7 starts for each of these guys this season, it's clear they've both been effective at keeping scores low. Luis Castillo's gone 1-2 with a 3.29 earned run average and a 1.1 WHIP across 41 innings, doing a good job of controlling the game. Tarek Skubal, on the other hand, is undefeated at 5-0 with an impressive 1.38 earned run average and a 0.76 WHIP over 47.1 innings in that same span. As for the relievers, both teams' bullpens have been solid at preventing late rallies. The Mariners rank 10th in the league with a 3.7 earned run average from their pen, and the Tigers aren't far behind at 12th with a 3.77 mark. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.